Hey guys, I hope your reviewing for the NCLEX is going well. Now, we all know someone who have passed their NCLEX exam without pushing themselves to study 8 to 10 hours a day. We all sometimes say that maybe those people are gifted or just genetically smart or even a genius, right? And we all know these types of people. And I myself was very curious about this because I remember having this friend that just kind of skim through the notes and study literally the day or hours before an exam and basically never really put much effort into it, yet is still able to ace the exam that he takes. Now, after much research and investigation, this is what I gathered. It basically all comes down to study systems and study strategies. Now, if we look at the typical NCLEX exam taker, you will notice that an NCLEX exam taker, such as maybe you, would put a lot of time, effort, and sweat in order to study for your NCLEX. But if you ask them if they have any strategies, or if I ask you if you have any strategies or systems on how you're studying for the exam, a lot of people would say they don't really have one. They would say it's a lot of plain reading and plenty of memorization, or what we call rote memorization, ROTE, and a lot of hoping that you get lucky that hopefully some of the content that you study will be asked in the day of your exam. Now, I believe that this is a wrong way to study and obviously to pass the NCLEX. Now, we all know that the NCLEX is a CAT exam or a computerized adaptive exam. So it basically checks for your competency and your knowledge level. So for example, every time you answer an item, the computer estimates your ability based on all the previous answers and the difficulty of those items and adjusts accordingly according to your level of competency, right? So after plenty of research and case studies that I have done with plenty of NCLEX takers, which I try to connect with online and offline, I ask them questions and I tried to acknowledge and look at their skills, strengths, and weaknesses. I basically noticed that the best way to study for your NCLEX would be to study holistically, or what is called holistic learning. So first, let me tell you what I noticed. People who learn concepts easily didn't learn the same way other people do. It wasn't that they were using the same strategy more effectively or that they were super geniuses with extremely high IQs. Basically, these people were just operating from a completely different approach, and I call this approach holistic learning. Now, holistic learning is basically the opposite of rote memorization, right? So instead of trying to pound information into your brain with the hopes that it will simply fall out when you need it, holistic learning is the process of weaving the knowledge you're learning into everything you already understand. So basically, what we want to do to study for the NCLEX is to simplify and minimize our NCLEX knowledge so that our brain can understand and at the same time associate all of the information together in a more connected and holistic method, right? So that when we're asked a question in the NCLEX exam that we might not fully know the answer, right? We can kind of break down the content of that question and look back into our short-term memory bank and kind of take out the required NCLEX knowledge based on the details of the content of that specific question. So I will go over in more specific detail how to use this holistic learning when studying and preparing for the NCLEX. To learn more, please visit me at www.allnursingnotes.com. Again, that's www.allnursingnotes.com. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it, and good luck.